Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Sports Live. We are in Brownsville, Texas this afternoon as the Brownsville Lady Vikings plays host to the Lady Bulldogs of McAllen High School. We are in what is known as the RGV by District 31 5A state playoffs. It is a best-of-3 game series. Right now, the McAllen Lady Bulldogs lead the series 1-0 in an exciting game last night that ended in the bottom of the seventh after a tie ball game when an RBI led to the winning run, giving the Lady Bulldogs the win 4-3. Tonight, the Lady Vikings look to bounce back, and they are looking for some excitement from a lot of their players, including the lady that was a big star last night, who is known as Valeria Alvarado, who hit a round tripper to put the Lady Vikings on the board to begin with. They are exciting, and they are ready to have a lot of fun. The umpires and the coaches are at home plate exchanging lineups. We'll be back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live and the pregame right here in Brownsville, Texas, as we get ready to start this second game of this three-game series. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. A long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
In the pregame status, we want to remind you that tonight's playoff coverage is brought to you by El Ultimo Taco Taqueria, serving up some of the best tacos in the valley. If you're looking for some authentic flavor, make sure to check them out. They're located right here in Brownsville, Texas. Starting lineups are being introduced. It's tough to hear the PA announcers, so we will give you the rosters. Number 1 is Ileana Carmona. Number 4 is Katelyn Rojas. Number 5 is Ileana Villanueva. Number 6 is Chloe Mariscal. Number 7, Giada Farias. Number 8, Azura Murad. Number 9, Erin Morales. Number 10, Ashley Arevalo. Number 11 is Ariana Villanueva. Number 12 is Leah Sorensen. Number 14 is Jordan Hernandez. Number 16 is Diana Villanueva. Number 23 is Delicia Longoria. Number 24 is Madison Alcantar. And number 34 is Ava Aragon. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by their head coach, Stephanie Cantu. Navy blue with the gold outline, gold trim, and gold numbers. And now we will go over the roster for the home Lady Vikings. Number 1, America Delgado. Number 2 is Ana Fernita Perez. Number 3 is Megan Meres. Number 4, Victoria Vasquez. Number 9, Alexa Reyes. Number 10 is Kayla Cavazos. Alejandro. 18 is Valeria Alvarado. Number 19 is Luna Juarez. Number 20 is Gabby Salazar. Number 21 and 14 is Nubia Alvarado. And number 22 and 15 is Maya Galvan. The head coach of the Lady Vikings is Mr. Joe Ramirez. We're going to start for the national anthem. We'll be back. The national anthem has been played. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Real Sports Live coverage of girls varsity softball playoffs. Back in a moment.
That becomes a hit.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, Kenny, call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Back here in Brownsville High School, getting ready to the first pitch between the Lady Vikings of Brownsville Pace and the Lady Bulldogs of Mike High. The visiting roster for the Lady Bulldogs will have Deanna Villanueva. She'll be playing second base. She's wearing the number 16. She'll be the leadoff hitter. Followed by Katie Rojas at shortstop. Giada Farias will be the catcher. Eddie Villanueva will be pitching, and Ellie Villanueva will be in left field. Madison Alcantara will be the designated player. Chloe Marscal is right fielder. Erin Morales is at first base. Leanna Sorensen is at third place. And Jordan Alvarez will be the flex and center field. And at first base is up, and our one out. So a quick out for the Lady Vikings. That'll bring up Katie Rojas, the shortstop. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Our vantage point a little obstructed for this afternoon's contest. Rojas. Count goes 0-2. Giada Farias on deck for the Lady Bulldogs. But right now, it's Katie Rojas at the plate. And pitch is high, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rojas. Rojas, the shortstop for the Lady Bulldogs. She wears the number 4. Pitch. And a short dribbler goes foul. Got to keep the ball count at 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rojas. On the mound is Luna Juarez for the Lady Vikings. The pitch. And it's caught by the center fielder. So quickly there are 2 outs. No mouse. That'll bring up Gianna Farias. Where's the number 7 for the Lady Bulldogs? And it goes in for a ball. 2 outs here in the top of the first. We're in Brownsville, Texas. Second game of this 3-game set between the Lady Bulldogs of McAllen High and the Brownsville Pace Lady Vikings. Pitch to Farias. Outside, the count goes 2-0. 2-0 to Farias. She'll be the catcher today. And a called strike. And the count goes 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gaida Farias. The pitch. And gonna go a little high. So that moves the count to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And a called strike. And that'll fill it up at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Farias. What is? Sets, and the pitch. A little chopper right back to the pitcher, and that should end the inning and does. And so at the end of the half inning, it's no score. We'll be back with more on Real Sports Live coverage of high school girls varsity softball. Back with more in just a moment.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to play professional soccer.
I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition. The best choice for your child's journey is Brownsville ISD.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we're getting ready to move to the bottom of the first. Big shout out to Tonight's playoff coverage being brought to you tonight by El Ultimo Taco Taqueria, serving up some of the best tacos in the valley. If you're looking for authentic flavor, make sure to check them out, located right here in Brownsville, Texas. Megan Mara's leading off for the Lady Vikings in their white uniforms with the green numbers and green trim. Mara's playing center field today. And the count goes 1-1. And the pitch. And count goes 2-1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Megan Metis. As we said earlier, Ellie Villanueva will be in left field today, and Ari Villanueva will be the pitcher for the Lady Bulldogs. 3-1 to count. Tamaris. Ball fours, and she's aboard. So they'll bring up America Delgado, the shortstop. Right-handed batter. Lady Vikings with the runner at first. Pitch. And called strike. 0-1 the count to America Delgado. A little breezy this afternoon here in Brownsville. Bunt is laid down. Play is made and not in time. So the Lady Vikings have runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Valeria Alvarado, who was the big hero last night with the round tripper. Can't see. Okay. Popped up. Should be handled by the first baseman. And is. So there's one away. That'll bring up Sofia Alejandro, third baseman for the Lady Vikings, with the runners in scoring position. Lady Vikings have runners at first and second. And a swinging strike. And she's behind 0-1. Alejandro playing third base today for the Lady Vikings. There's a pop-up. Might be handled by the catcher. We'll see. And she makes the play. So there are 2 outs. Brings up the designated player, Maya Galvan. She wears the number 22. She'll step into the left side of the box. 2 outs, so the runners will be moving. Pitch. And a called strike, and the count goes 0-1. One and one to count. Maya Galvan, the designated player for the Lady Vikings. Pitch is low and in the dirt, and the count goes 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Galvan. Batting in the 5th spot tonight. Nubia Alvarado, the right fielder, on deck. Pitch and fouled out of play, and the count goes 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Maya Galvan. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Girls playoff softball varsity action here from Brownsville, Texas at Pace High School. Game number 2. Pitch. And it's low, and the count goes full. So Galvan looking at a 3-2 count with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. No doubt the runners will be moving on the pitch. And there's a shot to right field and might get down, and it's foul. So that'll keep the count at full to Galvan. Almost was able to poke it into right field, but came up a little bit to the right and went out of play in foul ball. Pitch. There is a shot. That one is down. That will score 1 run. A little confusion there with the base runner at 2nd, and she holds up. And the Lady Vikings take the early lead. So that'll bring up Nubia Alvarado. Bats from the right side. Called strike. Quickly behind 0-1. Lady Vikings with runners at 1st and 2nd. Pitch. Goes in for a ball, so it evens up the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nubia Alvarado. And the ball goes a little high and inside. Goes 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Nubia Alvarado. Alvarado, the right fielder in today's contest. Pitch is low, and it's going to go 3-1. Lady Vikings with runners at 1st and 2nd. They take the early lead at a mound conference. We'll take a short break. We'll keep it live, though, here, and we'll be back with more.
I'll do anything for my clients.
Would you pick up our kids from school?
Yeah, I could do that.
Hurt in a car crash? Call the Law Channel.
Back here in Brownsville. A little mound visit there. 3-1 the count. And ball 4, and that'll walk the bases loaded. So that'll bring up Ana Fernanda Perez, the catcher. She'll step in from the right side. One to nothing our score. Bases loaded. 2 outs. We're on the bottom of the 1st. Perez. Pitch. And it goes in for a ball. So the count goes 1-0. Pitch. And the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ana Fernanda Perez. She also wears the number 2 and is playing the number 2 position in the scorebook, the catcher. And a foul up against the screen. And she's behind in the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ana Fernanda Perez. Here in the bottom of the second. Lady Vikings with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And you can probably expect that the runners will be moving on the pitch. And there's a shot. It's going to get down. It's going to score 1. May score 2. And they're going to hold her at third. So now it's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Lady Vikings after the base hit by Ana Fernanda Perez. That'll bring up Luna Juarez, the pitcher. She'll step in from the right side of the box. Two to zip our score. We're in the bottom of the first. Lady Vikings coming out and have the bases loaded. Pitch. It's going to go outside. Good ball. Excitement here. Fans starting to fill in and fill up both sides of the fences. Short bleacher seating, so a lot of fans bring their own chairs. They're here. The pitch. And a called strike. It's going to bring up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And a called strike goes 1-2 to Juarez. Juarez is starting pitcher for the Lady Vikings tonight with a 1-2 count. And now goes 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luna Juarez. And that one was awfully close, but the blue says it's a ball, so the count goes full. Lady Bulldogs in danger of walking in a run as Juarez is facing a full count and the base is loaded. Pitch. And there's a pop to left field. Should be caught and is. Now they'll retire to side, but not before the Lady Vikings hit 2. At the end of 1, it's the Lady Vikings 2. The Lady Bulldogs 0. Move to the top of the second when we come back. You're watching Real Sports Live coverage of girls varsity softball action. Back in a moment.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
At Brownsville ISD, every journey starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD.
One team.
One dream.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we're getting ready to move to the top of the second. Lady Bulldogs coming to the plate. Ari Villanueva, tonight's pitcher at the plate. Played left field last night, but she's on the mound today. And the count goes 2 balls and a strike. Want to remind you that El Timo Taco is today's sponsor. Make sure you stop by and see him in Brownsville. The pitch. Three balls and a strike to Villanueva. Bunts, goes foul. Slash bunt. Still up to fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is a shot to the shortstop. Should be an easy play. And is. 6-3 gives us 1 out. And there's 1 away. And that'll bring up Ellie Villanueva, playing left field today. And a swing, and the count goes 0-1. Pitch. And it goes a little wide, so the count goes 0-1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a foul tip. I'll bring up the count to 1-2 on Villanueva. 1 out here in the top of the second. Lady Vikings lead this one 2-0. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Should there be another game, it will be tomorrow night at 6:30 in McAllen. Pitch. And goes high, and the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Ellie Villanueva. Ellie Villanueva, the star last night with the RBI leadoff. That one goes foul and out of play. To give her team the victory last night to win 4-3 over the Lady Vikings. 1 out. 2-2 to count. Ellie Villanueva. Pitch. And a chopper over to the third base. Makes the play. And there are 2 outs. So that'll bring up Madison Alcantar, the designated player for the Lady Bulldogs, with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Alcantar bats from the right side. Pitch. It's called strike. Oh and 1. The pitch. And a foul ball. And the count goes 0 and 2. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Lady Vikings lead this one 2-0. We're in game 2 of the 3-game set. Pitch. And it's high. The count goes 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alcantar. There's a shot to left field. It's going to drop. So Alcantar is going to be on with a base hit. So that'll bring up Chloe Mariscal. Playing right field today. Lady Bulldogs with the base runner at first on the base hit. Pitch is high, and the count goes 1 and 0. Want to know the count to Mariscal. The pitch. There's a shot and caught. So that'll retire to side. Back with more in just a moment.
Personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Back here in Brownsville, we move to the bottom of the second. First pitch is high. Victoria Vasquez steps in. She bats from the right side. Playing second base today as well, as the number on her jersey indicates. Number 4. 2-0 the count. And the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a base. It's caught. Caught by the left fielder. One away here in the bottom of 2. Brings up the top of the order, Megan Mattis, the center fielder for the Lady Vikings. And pitches in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 to count. And there's a shot, foul ball. So the count will go 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Lady Vikings lead this one 2-0. Beauty of television is the announcer doesn't have to talk that much. Sometimes people tell me I just talk a little bit too much. Count goes 1-2 to Mariscal. Megan Mattis. And the count goes even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Megan Mattis. We're at the top of the order for the Lady Vikings. And that one's going to go high, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Megan Maris. 1 out here in the bottom of 2. There's a shot to left field. Center field runs it down. There are 2 outs. Nice catch by the center fielder to run it down. That'll bring up America Delgado, the shortstop. Pitcher makes some motions to her outfield. Pitch. And the first one is in for a strike. So 0-1 to count to Delgado. Pitch. And the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Delgado. Pitch. Low. And it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. What a difference a day makes with the umpires behind the plate. This one, there is no doubt when it's a strike, he makes it right away, and you're able to see it. Pitch. And it's high. And the count goes 2-2. A little high, but she swung, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Delgado. Pitch. Should be caught by the third base and does. And that'll retire the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. Back with more. We'll go to the 3rd. You're watching Real Sports Live, and its broadcast is with El Ultimo Taco. Back with more in just a moment.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almost College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades. TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move into the top of the third. Erin Morales, the first baseman, is at the plate. She bats from the right side. Wears the number 9 for the Lady Bulldogs here in the top of the third. And count goes 1-1. Short ground ball over first and makes the play. And there's one away. Got to remember that when you hit the midway point of any ball game or sports contest, we want you to remind you and to thank Ultimo Taco Taqueria for supporting local sports. Nothing pairs better with playoff softball than with some great tacos. Be sure to stop by and support local restaurant El Ultimo Taco Taqueria in Brownsville. Leah Sorensen, and there's 2 outs. Two outs here in the top of the third. Lady Vikings on top of this one. Brings up Deanna Villanueva, number 16, playing second base. So we're at the top of the order for the Lady Bulldogs. They trail 2-0 here in the top of the third. We want to know the count. And the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Villanueva. Second baseman for the Lady Bulldogs. Pitch. It's high, and the count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Villanueva. Luna Juarez on the hill for the Lady Vikings. In control of this one. 3 balls and a strike. Pitch. And a short flop fly, and it's dropped. Can't come up with it. Just over the third baseman's head. So the Lady Bulldogs have a base runner with 2 outs.
Okay, you get her in second. You get her in second. Come on.
Brings up Katie Rojas. Shortstop for the Lady Bulldogs. Steps into the right side of the box. Swing and a called strike. 0-1 the count.
Take your time. We only need 1 out. Let's go.
2 outs here in top of the third. Pitch. And count goes. And I don't know if they have to call that a no pitch or a ball, but it is going to be called a ball. Batter stepped out of the box, but the count goes 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Short bunt goes foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dangerous move there to bunt with 2 outs. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. Lady Bulldogs trail this one to the Lady Vikings 2-0. Rojas steps back into the plate, into the box. Pitch. And a shot to center field should be caught, and it is to retired side. So they strand 1. We move to the bottom of the bottom of the third. We'll be back with more on the El Ultimo Taco broadcast of girls varsity high school softball. Back with more in just a moment.
It seems like you'll do anything for your clients.
Anything.
Would you get a face tattoo?
What do you all think?
Looks good, boss.
Yeah, latte.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move to the bottom of the third. Big shout out to the big El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. When you see a great play, just remember that kind of energy reminds us of the bold flavors you'll find at El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. Proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and a must-visit spot in Brownsville, Texas. Valeria Alvarado at the plate. Hero last night for the Lady Vikings as she hit that round tripper in the first inning, but they fell short last night, losing 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch. There's a shot, and it's going to get up the middle, and Alvarado is on base. So the power hitter for the Lady Vikings comes up big there with the stand-up single. Brings up Sofia Alejandro. Third baseman for the Lady Vikings. No outs. We're in the bottom of the third. Lady Vikings lead 2-0. Alejandro. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. Pitch. And Essen's in for a strike, and the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sofia Alejandro. Pitch. And this one almost hits the third base coach. Quick move there. Gets out of the way. Good job, coach. Showing his athletic ability. And the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alejandro. This one dropped, and it's caught by the center fielder. And they're 1 out. Nice catch by the center fielder. That'll bring up Maya Galvan, the designated player. Steps in from the left side of the plate. She wears the number 22 for the Lady Vikings. 1 out here in the bottom of 3. Lady Vikings have the runner at first after the base hit by Alvarado. Want to know the count.
I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition. The best choice for your child's journey is Brownsville ISD.
Hey, champ. My dad got hurt in a car crash, and our insurance company isn't helping us at all.
Give this to your dad. Have him give me a call.
Thanks, champ. Hey, I've been working
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. For your Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almus College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar.
One out here in at the top of the fourth. 2-1 our score. The Lady Bulldogs have managed to add a run to their tally to make it a one-run ball game. The pitch, low, and the count goes 1-0. Chloe Marcical steps in from the right side of the dish. Pitch, and a little short, and it's going to go foul. So the count goes 1-1 to Mariscal. Mariscal, the right fielder for the Lady Bulldogs. She bats in the seventh hole. Pitch, and this one's going to get up high, but should be caught by the center fielder. Runners decide they're going to hold, and now there are 2 outs. Lady Bulldogs playing conservative softball decide they did not want to chance the runner being thrown out, so they decided to keep their runners at first and second. That'll bring up Erin Morales. Erin Morales, the first baseman for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll step into the right side of the box. Juarez pitch. Here's the ball. So the count goes 1-0. Pitch to Morales. He's a shot to the shortstop. Should be an easy play, and is. And that'll retire the side. So that'll end the Bulldog part of the fourth. We'll be back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live. Back with more in just a minute.
Desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades. TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast.
If you're back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move to the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Newbie Alvarado, playing center field today for the Lady Vikings. First pitch is a ball. Alvarado, low, and down goes 2-0. 2-0 to Newbie Alvarado. Alvarado, the right fielder for the Lady Vikings. And the count goes 2-1 to Alvarado. These two teams very evenly matched, very well-coached softball teams. Playing the fundamentals, knowing what to do with the softball when it's hit. Base runners knowing what to do. Very well coached. And the count goes 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Tanubi Alvarado. This one's going to go left. Out of play. Keeps the count even at 2. Came this way. We felt the breeze as it flew by. A lot of fans looking over to the left. Everybody seems to be okay. Alvarado. And this one's going to be low, and the count goes full. Alvarado. Pitch is low. And I'm going to say it. Hitter. All right. So the Lady Vikings with the base runner and the leadoff batter. That'll bring up Adafaranda Perez, the catcher. Seven-hole batter. On deck is Luna Juarez, the pitcher. Pitch to Perez. Bunt. Plays, made it first, but she does the sacrifice. And there's one out, but the sacrifice is good to move the base runner. That'll bring up the pitcher, Luna Juarez. One out here in the bottom half of the fourth. Cooling off here, a little overcast here. Sun poked out a little earlier, but it is dusk now as the sun sets over to my left. It's just down almost to sunset. Lights have been on because of the overcast. This one's popped up, should be caught, and is. So there's two outs. Two away here in the bottom half of the fourth. Lady Vikings lead it 2-1. They're trying to add more to their tally. So it'll bring up Victoria Vasquez. Catcher, the second baseman for the Lady Vikings. Where's the number 4? And playing number 4, which is second base in the scorebook. Count goes 0-1. Fans getting a little excited. And this one goes foul. 0-2 the count. Two outs here in the bottom frame of the fourth. Vasquez. Pitch. Short ground ball. Pitcher over to first, and the side is retired. So, after 4, our score, it's the Lady Vikings of Brownsville Pace 2. The Lady Bulldogs of McAllen 1. Back with more in just a minute. You're watching Real Sports Live. Sponsored by Ultimo Taco, your choice for tacos in Brownsville. Back with more in a moment.
TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move to the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 our score. Lady Vikings of Brownsville lead this one. Lady Bulldogs coming to bat. Brings up Leah Sorensen, the third baseman. Looks at the ball. So the count goes 1-0. Pitch. There's a shot by Sorensen. Being trashed is going to be down for 1. She's heading for 2, and it's going to be in at 2. So Leah Sorensen leads off with a double. So Leah Sorensen leads off the Lady Bulldogs frame with a stand-up double. And that'll take us to the top of the order with Deanna Villanueva, the leadoff. Second baseman for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch is in for a strike, and the count goes 0-1. Top of the 5th, if you just joined us, girls high school varsity softball playoff action. Brownsville Pace Lady Vikings playing host to the Lady Bulldogs of McAllen. Bunt is laid down. Should be an easy play for the first baseman, does. And it's one away. So the sacrifice is good for the Lady Bulldogs. Moves the runner over to third. Brings up Katie Rojas, the shortstop. Pitch. There's a easy blooper to the shortstop. And now there's 2 away. So Rojas pops out to the shortstop. America Delgado making the catch. That'll bring up Gallardo Farias, the catcher. Pitch is inside, and the count goes 1-0. Guide up Farias. And the count goes 1-1, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Gaida Farias with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Pitch. Called strike. And the count goes 2-1. Farias with the 2-1 count, 2 outs. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Little blooper. It's going to drop down for a base hit. And the Lady Bulldogs have just tied it up. Going for third. And she's in with a triple. And now it's 2-2. Almost feels like a mirror of last night's ball game. 2 balls, excuse me, 2 runs scored by both teams. And that's where we sit right now as we've got a mound visit. We'll be back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live. Tonight's broadcast sponsored by El Ultimo Taco, the choice for tacos in Brownsville. Back with more in a bit.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. A long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
becomes a hit. And that's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
No matter where you are in life.
Back here in Brownsville, a pitching change for the Lady Vikings. Nubia Alvarado now on the hill for the Lady Vikings. Set to face Ari Villanueva. Pitch is high, and the count goes 1-0. One over the count. 2 outs. Pitch. And the count goes 2-0. Two and 0 the count. Pitch is high, and the count goes 3-0. So Alvarado looking to find his zone as she's thrown 3 straight balls. Villanueva. And ball 4. So the Lady Bulldogs now have runners at the corner with 2 outs. That'll bring up Ellie Villanueva, the left fielder tonight. Quick throw down to third, runner back, but the runner at first goes to second. So now the Lady Bulldogs have runners at second and third with 2 outs. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Lady Bulldogs, hoping Villanueva can come through. Pitch. Ground shot to the short. Should be an easy play, and is. And that'll retire third, so we'll still ignite it at 2. El Ultimo Taco playoff softball. We'll be back with more in just a minute. You're watching Real Sports Live. Back in a bit.
Move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to play professional soccer. I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition.
Back here in Brownsville, we move to the bottom of the 5th. The El Ultimo Tacos softball playoff game tonight. Proud sponsor of your Real Sports Live coverage of tonight's playoff softball action here in Brownsville, Texas. Brings up the leadoff batter, Megan Mayers, the center fielder. Pitch. And a called strike, and the count goes 0-1. So 0-1 to Megan Maris. Pitch. Goes a little high, and the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now they're now saying it's 2-0. 2-0 the count. Knotted at 2 here in Brownsville, Texas. 2 evenly matched teams battling in this playoff ball game. Brownsville wins tonight, and they force a game 3, which will be played in McAllen tomorrow. Same first pitch at 6:30. Mares. Ball is low. The count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Mares. Center fielder. And this one's going to go in for a strike, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Megan Mares, the leadoff batter for the Lady Vikings. Bottom half of the 5th. pitch. Easy play for the third base and makes it. There's one away. So that'll bring up America Delgado, the shortstop. The slugger for the Lady Vikings is on deck, Valeria Alvarado. But first, it's America Delgado at the plate. Pitch. And it's going to go in for a strike. So Delgado falls behind 0-1. Shortstop for the Lady Vikings. Pitch. And a foul tip up against the screen. And she's fifth. We're all knotted up at 2. Lady Vikings need this win to force a game 3. Delgado waits for the pitch. And there's a pop towards the left fielder, and it's caught. There are 2 away. So that'll bring up the slugger. The home run hitter of last night, Valeria Alvarado. Wears the number 18. She bats in the 3-hole tonight. Ileana Villanueva still on the mound for the Lady Bulldogs. Pitch. There's a strike call, and it's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Alvarado. Pitch. There's a pop-up. Should be handled by the shortstop, and it is. And that'll retire side. So we move to the top of the 6th. We'll be back with more on the El Ultimo Taco sponsored Varsity Girls Softball Playoff. Back with more on Real Sports Live in just a bit.
Journey is Brownsville ISD.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
I'll do anything for my clients.
Would you pick up our kids from school?
Yeah, I can do that.
Hurt in a car crash? Call the Law Channel.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas. We're at the halfway point, you might say, in this softball game. We want to remind you and thank Ultimo Taco Taqueria for supporting local sports. Nothing pairs better with playoff softball and some great tacos, so make sure you stop by and support local tacos. El Ultimo Tacos in Brownsville, Texas. Nubia Alvarado taking over for Juarez as the pitcher for the Lady Vikings. She replaces Luna Juarez. It went 4.5. Brings up Madison Alcantar. Alcantar, the designated player for the Lady Bulldogs, fouls this one out of play. And the count goes even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Madison Alcantar. Top of the 6th. We're knotted at 2. Nubia Alvarado on the mound for the Lady Vikings. Swing and a miss. And Alcantar goes down on strikes. So there's one away. So Nubia gets the strikeout. Brings up Chloe Mariscal, the right fielder. That into the 7th hole. Swing and a miss. And the count goes 0-1. Ball is high, and the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Chloe Mariscal. Foul out of play, and the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chloe Mariscal. Fans working up their K meter. Pretty good crowd here in this second game of this girls varsity softball playoff match. Best of 3 series. Pitch from Nubia. Alvarado is low, and the count goes 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chloe Mariscal. Pitch and a shot. Should be handled by the center fielder and does. Nice catch by the center fielder. Talk about a great play. When you want a great play, there are several, but when you want great play like that, that kind of energy reminds us of the bold flavors you'll find at El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. Proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and a must-visit spot in Brownsville, Texas. So there's 2 outs. And called strike. Brings up Aaron Morales. Morales. Shot to the shortstop. Diving play. And throw is late. So that'll bring up Leah Sorensen, the third baseman. Bats from the right side. Had a pretty good night tonight. Had a stand-up double. Ball is low. The count goes 1-0.
You're in control. Take your time. You don't need 1 more.
2 outs. Top of the 6th. 2-2 ball game. Ball is high. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. To the batter, Sorensen. Pitch. There's a shot toward left fielder, and it gets by her. Sorensen heading to second. Runner going home and scores. And now the Lady Bulldogs take a 1-run lead on Sorensen double as she delivers again. So it's a 3-2 ball game with that hit by Sorensen. That'll bring the top of the order. It'll be Deanna Villanueva, the second baseman for the Lady Bulldogs. Pitch. And called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. 0-1 to Diana Villanueva, the second baseman for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs lead this one by 1 on that double by Sorensen. And this one is going to go foul. So the count goes 0-2. 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
You're ahead, Mama. You're ahead. Take your time. Don't rush it.
Pitch is high, and the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now they're saying it's 1-2. They changed it. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Villanueva, 2-2, 2 outs, top of the 6th. And the ball gets away, and Sorensen's going to get the third. So Sorensen moves to third on the pass ball, and that'll fill the count up. But more importantly, Sorensen's at third base and 90 feet away from another run for the Lady Bulldogs as they took the lead on that double, 3-2. Villanueva. Pitch from Alvarado. Pops up, should be an easy play for third base, and makes the play. But not before the Lady Vikings lose one to the Lady Bulldogs as they add a tally to their score to make it a 3-2 game. We'll be back with more. You're watching El Ultimo Tacos sponsorship of Real Sports Live's telecast of girls varsity softball. Back with more in just a moment.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
At Brownsville ISD, every journey starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD.
One team.
One dream.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hire.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move to the bottom half frame of the 6 for the Lady Vikings. Brings to the plate number 13, Sophia Alejandro. Texas strike one. Lady Vikings in a must-win situation to keep the series to go to McAllen tomorrow night. There's a shot, foul, and the count goes 0-2. Sophia Alejandro Batting from the right side, third baseman for the Lady Vikings. There's a quick, and they're going to say she's safe at first. So the hit, and the Lady Vikings have the tying run at first base. That'll bring up number 22, the designated player, Maya Galvan. And they're going to have a little chat before she goes back to the plate. Bats from the left side. Designated player for your Lady Vikings. Bottom of the sixth. Lady Vikings trail by 1. They have the tying run at first base. And a must-win or go home game tonight. Pitch from it. Bulldog pitcher. Villanueva. And 1-0. 1-0 the count. Pitch. And fouled out of play. Still the count goes 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Maya Galvan, the designated player for the Lady Vikings. And wild pitch, and they're going to say it hit her. And now the Lady Vikings have runners at first and second and 1 in scoring position. That'll bring up Nubia Alvarado, who's now pitching for the Lady Vikings. And we're going to have a mound conference, so we'll be back with more. El Ultimo Taco sponsoring tonight's contest. We'll be back with more in just a minute. You're watching Real Sports Live Network. Back in a bit.
Employees to fit your needs. Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now.
Back here in Brownsville after a mound visit by the Lady Bulldogs coach to apprise her pitcher of the situation. He has runners at first and second and no outs. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first base. Nubia Alvarado. And a throw down to second and the runner back. So the count goes 1-0. Pitch. And in for a strike call. And it's even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nubia Alvarado. Pitch. And fouled out of play, and she's behind 1-2. Lady Vikings with runners at first and second. They trail by 1, 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Lady Vikings know they're in a must-win situation to keep the series going tomorrow night. Alvarado. The pitch. And there's a pop-up. And it looks like it's going to go out of play. And does. So to keep the count at 1-2 to Alvarado. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to Nubia Alvarado, the pitcher for the Lady Vikings. Villanueva on the hill for the Lady Bulldogs. The pitch is low, and the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lady Bulldogs feeling the pressure here. Lady Vikings with no outs. And that one's going to be low, and the count's going to go full. So 3-2 to Alvarado. One of the things you teach young hitters is patience at the plate. And there is no doubt they're going to talk about it right now as we have a little bit of a break in the action. As the catcher's going to go out and talk to her pitcher. In this situation, they know that a mental mistake could cause an issue for your team. So everybody has to make sure that everybody's on the right track and on the same page. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second for the Lady Vikings. Alvarado. Pitch and fouls it out of play, and the count stays at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nubia Alvarado. In the bottom of the 6th. Lady Vikings trail by 1. Alvarado. And fouls another one back, and his count remains 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nubia Alvarado. Also the pitcher of record for the Lady Vikings, as she replaced Juarez. Pitch. And there's a pop-up to left field. Should be caught. And does. And there's one away. So Alvarado flies out to the left fielder. Reminder that when a great play like that reminds you that it takes special energy and reminds you of the bold flavors you'll find at El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. Proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and a must-visit spot in Brownsville, Texas. El Ultimo Taco. Brings up Ana Fernanda Perez. Catcher steps into the right side of the box. Runners at first and second. Pitch. And a swing. And the count goes 0-1. (0-1) to Ana Fernanda Perez. Perez, the right-hander, and this one's going to go for a ball. And the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ana Fernandez. Count. Fans making some noise, trying to create some momentum. Lady Vikings have runners at first and second. Tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first. Ana Fernandez, the pitch. And count goes, I believe, a ball. And yes, it is. 2 balls and a strike to Ana Fernandez. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Pitch is low, and the count goes 3-1. Once again, we talked about this earlier. Patience at the plate is important. No hurry, no rush, especially when you have a 3-1 count and with only one out with runners in scoring position. And you trail by 1 run. The pitch. And a foul tip off. And that'll move the count to 3-2. So a full count to Ana Fernanda Perez. Runners at first and second for the Lady Vikings. Pitch and a pop-up, maybe playable, and goes out of play. So the count remained 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ana Fernanda Perez. Lady Bulldogs lead 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Lady Vikings with runners at first and second. Ana Fernanda Perez, the batter. Villanueva, the pitcher. Pitch. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout. And the Lady Bulldogs just dodged a bullet there. And they have 2 outs. That'll bring up Luna Juarez, the pitcher. And it's going to go out of play. So Juarez, 0-1 on the count with the foul ball. And it goes a little wide, and the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Luna. Starting pitcher in tonight's contest. Luna Juarez. Two outs, 2 balls and a strike to Luna Juarez. She has runners at first and second. The tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. And there's a pop, may be caught to end the inning, and does. And the Lady Vikings lose an opportunity there. And at the end of 6, our score remains. It's the Lady Bulldogs 3, the Lady Vikings 2. We'll be back with more in just a minute. You're watching El Ultimo Taco sponsorship of tonight's varsity softball playoffs on Real Sports Live. Back in a moment.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almost College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we move to the top of the 7th inning. Lady Bulldogs in front of this one, 3-2. They need 1 inning to finish this one out to wrap up this series. Lady Vikings have got to score if they plan on moving on. But right now, we're at the top of the 7th, and the Lady Vikings have Nubia still on the mound. Katie Rojas batting for the Lady Bulldogs. She's got a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Lady Bulldogs lead this one 3-2. Second game of this 3-game set. Best of 3. And a strikeout. And there's one away. That'll bring up the catcher, Gaida Farias, for the Lady Bulldogs. Count goes 1-0. And the count goes even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Farias. Farias, little shopper, and a bad throw. And she's going to go to second on the bad throw. So Farias is aboard second after the error. That'll bring up Ari Villanueva, the pitcher tonight. Played left field last night, pitching tonight. She was the hero, or check that. Brings up Ari Villanueva. Oh, and 1 the count. Ari Villanueva bats from the right side. A pitch and a swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2. Nubia Alvarado still on the mound for the Lady Vikings. Came in relief in the 4th to replace Luna Juarez. Alvarado, pitch, and is inside, and the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now they're going to say it's 1-2. Apologize for that, folks. My mistake. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Vikings trying to get the Bulldogs out and get back to the bats as they trail 3-2. Very good ball game tonight, right here on the Real Sports Live. Three and 2 the count with 1 out. And a strikeout. And that gives the Viking fans some cheering about as they now have 2 outs. Alvarado doing her job on the mound for the Lady Vikings. She knows she needs 1 more out. That'll bring up Ellie Villanueva, the left fielder tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Pitches high. And the count goes 1-0. One and the count. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Lady Bulldogs lead 3-2. Lady Vikings are trying to get the out to bat in their half of the bottom of the 7th and tie this thing up or move ahead to extend this series. Two outs. 2-1. There's a go. And that'll retire to side. So, with that catch, what a play. That kind of energy reminds you of the bold flavors you'll find at El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. Proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and a multi-visit spot in Brownsville, Texas. Back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live in a moment.
Cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades. TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
It seems like you'll do anything for your clients.
Anything.
Would you get a face tattoo?
What do you all think?
Looks good, boss.
Yeah, law jam.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Welcome back to Brownsville, Texas. The Lady Vikings are down to their last 3 outs, and they've got to score and tie this thing up and then move ahead if they want this series to extend till tomorrow night. And to start that off will be Victoria Vasquez, the second baseman. She steps in from the right side. The pitch. And first call is a strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch. And the count goes 0-2. Vasquez in the hole, 0-2. Pitch from Villanueva. The left fielder last night, the pitcher tonight. Ground ball to shortstop, picked clean, and a wild throw. And they essentially pulled her foot off the bag. So the Lady Vikings are feeling a rally right now as the leadoff batter makes it to first base. And that'll take us to the top of the order with Megan Matas, the center fielder. She'll step into the right side of the plate. Lady Vikings with a runner at first. That's the tying run. Matters represents the go-ahead run. Lady Vikings know this is a must-win situation if they want to continue tomorrow night. They trail 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Almost feels like a drama, a mirror of last night's contest. Megan Matters from the right side. The pitch pulls back bunt. And the count goes as strike. And the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Megan Mares. Bottom of the 7th, no outs. Tying run is at first. Infield shifting. Pitch. And ground ball. Double play. And that is the ball game. I was concerned on whether that ball was caught as there were 2 outs or there are 3 outs. And they're saying, no, that was a trap. Well, so there's 2 outs. So there's 2 outs. And that brings up the batter, America Delgado. So the Lady Vikings are down to their last out. Going to drop in for a hit. Going for extra bases. She should make it to 2 and does. And Delgado is on with a double. And the Vikings are feeling some life. Delgado with the stand-up double represents the tying run. Lady Bulldogs are ready to celebrate, but the Lady Vikings said, wait just a minute here, and Miss Delgado came on board with the stand-up double. And now the Lady Vikings have the tying run in scoring position. That'll bring up Valeria Alvarado, their slugger. It'll be interesting to see if they put her on or if they're going to let her hit. And nope, they're not going to let her hit. So they have walked her. So that'll bring up Sofia Alejandro. And strike call. Sofia Alejandro at the plate. Runners at first and second. Tying run at second, go ahead run, and winning run at first. And Paul goes out of play. 0-2. Lady Vikings are down to their last strike. Fans are hoping for something exciting here. Sofia Alejandro. And the count goes 1-2. As that one goes in for a ball, and the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sofia Alejandro. Runners at first and second. And they're going to say hit by pitch. And that's going to load them up. So now some gamesmanship will be played here. And you can imagine Maya Galvan, the designated player, is due up. We'll be back with more. You're watching Real Sports Live Network. Back with more in just a bit.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Back here in Brownsville. Maya Galvan with the bases loaded. Called strike. Bases loaded. The designated player at the plate. Popped up, should be caught, and that's the ball game. And the Lady Bulldogs are the champions as they beat the Vikings in 2 games and win this round of the playoffs. So the Lady Bulldogs from McAllen High defeat the Lady Vikings by the score of 3-2. We'll be back with the postgame in just a moment. You're watching Real Sports Live, sponsored by El Ultimo Taco. Your choice for tacos in Brownsville. Back to wrap it up in just a minute.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to play professional soccer. I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition. The best choice for your child's journey is Brownsville ISD.
Hey champ, my dad got hurt in a car crash and our insurance company isn't helping us at all.
Give this to your dad. Have him give me a call.
Thanks, champ. Hey, I've been working on my jabs.
Let's see what you got.
Hurt in a car crash? Call the Law Champ.
There's no place like Sherryland ISD returning students need to district work here, learn here, or tuition-based enrollment. Register now. Call 956-584-6408. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
At Marine Military Academy, we educate those who dare to achieve. Those eager to control their future before it controls them. Those who can follow a path so they can eventually make their own. Those ready to join in order to stand out. Welcome to MMA, forging tomorrow's leaders.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate.
Back here in Brownsville, Texas, we welcome you to the El Ultimo Taco postgame. As we wrap up tonight's playoff matchup, I want to give a big thank you to the El Ultimo Taco Taqueria for their support. Be sure to visit them when you're in Brownsville and enjoy some incredible food. You won't be disappointed. Our tonight's postgame is presented by El Ultimo Taco. Tonight, it was a heartbreaking loss for the Lady Vikings, who had worked so hard, who had almost a perfect record until their loss last night to the Lady Bulldogs. And then they lose it here at home to end the series, and the Lady Bulldogs move on. Tonight we're going to give our star of the game to a young lady that played a whale of a game with 2 doubles and responsible for scoring runs for the Lady Bulldogs, and the reason why they are in the win column tonight, and that is Leah Sorensen, the third baseman. You want to give a big shout out to Leah for a great job, well done. She played third base, made some great plays on the infield, and was wonderful at the plate tonight with 2 doubles and doing an absolute great job offensively to help the Lady Bulldogs move on to the next round. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. Remember, El Ultimo Taco is a great place for tacos. Remember that as we wrap up tonight's playoff action. Remember to go to the time. A big thank you to El Ultimo Taco Taqueria for their support, and to be sure to visit them in when you're in Brownsville. Maybe we'll do that tonight as we leave this ballpark and enjoy some incredible food, because you won't be disappointed when you go to El Ultimo Taco Taqueria. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. You'll catch more with our Facebook page and more of our coverage with playoff action. But tonight, I want to thank my cameraman, Jammer, the best-dressed cameraman for Real Sports Live Network, in the tie, the vest, looking sharper than you can imagine. Doing a great job. I want to say a big shout-out to Joe Bolin, and a big shout-out to my friend Victor and Mr. Burt. And also to my friends that are watching this, I hope you've enjoyed it. So, from Brownsville, Pace Softball Stadium, this is Doug Robinson saying good night, and we'll see you next time. And once again, don't forget to visit El Ultimo Taco when you're in Brownsville. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, Jammer, more than you can imagine, sir. I'll go ahead and unplug this. Okay.